Hello everyone, I'm Talbev Storm Reaver, and this is History of the Clans, and I'm already having a great time with Manda'galaar's clan panel.
Hi everyone, I'm Kaden'Dha Runi. I've been a member of the Manda'galaar clan since 2010. I served as the clan's Varalore. I'm currently on the Mercs Council as the clan administration officer. I'm so happy to be here. Next.
Hi guys, I'm Erio J'uni. I have been hanging around the Mercs since 2012. I became an official member in 2014. Served about 9 months or so as Varalore before I took over as Alaride, which I did until 2020.
Hey everybody, I'm Vexos. Y'all got stuck with me in about 2014. I became an official member in 2015. And then I became the Varalore in 2016, which I held that position up until 2020. And I am now currently your Alarad.
Manda'galaar was founded in 2008, and I would like to hear from our panel around information around the founding, and maybe a little bit of information around exactly where this amazing clan is located.
Sure, I think I can handle that. So the Manda'galaar clan was actually formed, like you said, back in 2008, but out of a different clan that actually covered all of Southern California. And we were actually one of the first clans that came into the Mercs. It was decided long ago that we needed a West Coast presence. So we had just one clan covering all of Southern California, which obviously has now been split. Manda'galaar covers all of Los Angeles and the greater Los Angeles area. We go from the ocean all the way out to almost the Nevada border. We cover quite a bit of distance north and south, but the greater Los Angeles area is basically what we cover here. And, you know, it was a lot of work getting in there and getting our name known and growing the clan since 2008.
So it's basically all of Southern California with the exception of San Diego.
Oh.
So San Diego has Herringalaar clan, and other than that, all of Southern California would be considered Manda'galaar. So Inland Empire, San Bernardino County, Riverside County, Orange County, Los Angeles County, Ventura County, that's all us. So it's
if I were to drive it, minus traffic, I've heard some stories about some California traffic.
Yeah.
Minus traffic, how long would it take me to drive from the top of your area to the bottom of your area? Would you think?
From north to south, probably about 3, maybe 4 hours.
And about that, probably from the ocean to the desert?
About the same going east to west, about 4 hours.
Yep.
because we had some
probably more because
spots. We got some spot in the desert too that goes all the way, a little bit past Bakersfield. Like when you pass Bakersfield, but you're not quite Fresno, there's a little gray area from like Manda'galaar to Wolves of Mandalore territory. But yeah, it's a long ways.
Going from east to west, it would take depending on traffic, it would take 3 hours to get from Ventura on one end to the IE in the middle before you go out to the actual desert.
So I would say that's probably a little bit more than 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah. Los Angeles is a massive American city, so you guys have quite the population potential in that area. So that's
absolutely.
No, absolutely, especially right now with all the attention that's on the Mandalorian culture and
weird.
Yeah, opportunities are rising, and people that didn't know about us now know about us, or people that were just interested in the lore now know that there's an outlet for that, and a direction that you can take that passion, and that's us.
Yeah, people coming along because they liked the look from the show, and then finding out that there's so much more that they can do while wearing that.
So for History of the Clans, one of the questions we always ask, and one of my favorite questions to find these unique answers to, is what does your clan name mean? So Manda'galaar clan, what does it mean?
Heaven Hawk! It roughly translates to Heaven Hawk.
The name is emblematic of Los Angeles being the city of angels. And so the closest translation we could get to angel in Manda'galaar was translated out to Heaven Hawk.
Nice.
So we took that, the clan ran with it, and that's even reflected in our clan sigil, in our logo, with the stylized mythosaur skull with the wings coming off the side to better represent where we come from, where we're based.
So you brought up the sigil, and my question is, have you guys always had the same one? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay, so you've always had the
As
same
far
one.
as I know, that's been it since the beginning.
Okay.
Sigil,
Yeah,
sigil sounds so much more official than logo. Let's just go with sigil.
You like that? You like
Maybe.
sigil?
I like that.
Well, sigil is an ancient word. Come on, it's for knights and for honorable people.
It is thy clan
Well,
sigil.
And you're Heaven Hawks. Come on, it feels like it needs to say sigil.
Yeah, right.
It has changed a little bit over the years. It's always been the same basic Mandalorian skull and the wings on the side, but it has been updated and streamlined a little bit over the years, but it's always been the same basic sigil.
And can we talk a little bit about coloring? Does anybody know anything about the
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, did I open up a can?
So the Manda'galaar colors are black and red. And I'm just going to be honest, they thought they were cool colors together, and that's why it was chosen. However, in Southern California, when you're wearing a kit that is predominantly black, you get hot fast.
Speaking about black and red, I see a bucket there that might match the description.
Yeah. A little clan love there in the color choices. Little clan love in the color choices. As of filming, which is the end of May of 2020, how many OMs does the clan currently have, and approximately how many people are in the pipeline to become official?
We're not recording at this moment.
Anybody? Crickets?
I'm sorry.
As of right now, we have 54 official members,
Okay.
and in the pipeline, let's start with like active whips. Active whips, I'd say we have about 20.
Oh, that's really good.
About 20 active whips, but people that are currently back and forth through pre-app right now, about 4.
Okay.
About 4 are pretty close to becoming official, and then we got some runner-ups right after that, going to be coming into the pre-app process soon.
Do you know the most the clan's ever had official?
65 official members in 2018 was our highest point.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We were the largest we're the largest clan for a minute.
That's like herding chickens, man. That's Mandalorians are pretty independently thought process. So not chickens. It's more like herding cats at that point. That's a lot of people.
It is.
I feel like it's probably feels like a lot now, like managing that many.
We've been for the last couple of years we've been hovering in the 50s. 2018 is when we really hit that stride. But when I joined the clan, Sal, I think we're around 23.
In
in 2014.
We were in the mid-20s around there. And I just want to say that the growth in the clan, it really goes to speak to the leadership at the time. Erio was a great Ailerad. He led by example. He helped out. Vexos was the Veralor, and there was none better. So, when you get a leadership like that in the clan, that lead with a passion, lead with an understanding, and they really bring the people together, whether it be for an armor party or an event, that really drives the clan. It's all about the passion that the leadership has.
And not just that though, it's the passion of our members. It takes everybody. It takes everybody to be a successful clan, and we wouldn't be leaders if we didn't have members to lead, or if we didn't have members that trusted us or believed in us to, to have us in these positions. And it's like, as much as I appreciate the kind words from Kaden, the members are the ones that deserve all the attention, all the respect, all the love, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be doing this,
It really is the passion of the rest of the clan, the normal members, not leadership. It's the passion of those members that keep the fires going in the leadership. And so it's cyclical. It keeps going back and forth, and it's just kept on pushing the clan through all these past decade or so, to keep on getting better and better.
So with the area that you guys cover, densely populated, a lot of events, a lot of opportunities for your clan. I would love to hear what you guys have to offer as far as the annual or cornerstone events that Manda'galaar gets to do.
We got some good ones.
First off the bat, we have to mention the Hillside Troop. Every year, twice a year, we do a troop at the Hillside Home for Children, where it's disadvantaged children living that aren't able to live with their families for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And we go down there twice a year in August and in December, and we gather together with everybody. Usually about 60 costumers show up for these kids. And in the summer, we just go down there, entertain them. We do Q&As, we do trivia contests. We pass out high fives, pose for pictures with all these kids, and it really is an amazing time. And then we come back in December to hand out gifts for these same kids. And this troop has become kind of one of our clan favorites, because all the things we do, because we have a ton of troops that we do all the time. But this one usually always gets everybody together. This will have people coming from all reaches of the clan, and even to other clans. Well, they will come out and join us for this particular troop. Even though it's short, it is so meaningful and so heartwarming to be there and to help out these kids that just might need a smile for the day.
What other events?
We have one that we've been doing for a few years now called Kaden's Camp. And one, it's a wonderful organization, but the troop itself is very similar to what Euro was saying. And it's basically, we go to a camp style event where it's a bunch of kids running around playing games, and there's customers, and we show up and everybody asks us questions. They ask us for trading cards. And the last year we did it, we were running around playing soccer. We were playing duck gonk.
In your kit.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, excellent.
It's super fun, and the kids really enjoy it, and it's a very interactive troop. Mm-hmm. And you can just tell on the looks on their faces, and by the questions that they're asking, their enthusiasm, you can just tell that you're truly making a difference in their life, whether it just be for one night or if it's something that they're going to talk about the next day or the next week or whatever it may be. But it's a great troop, and if anyone's ever in the LA area, I highly recommend it.
And when do you do that? About what time of year do you guys normally do that?
I believe it's usually in the fall.
Okay. What else you got?
The troop I love, and I like this a lot because I was there from the beginning when this troop first went off, the very first year, and I've tried to attend it every year since. We do a troop for the Rancho Cucamonga Library. It's one of their biggest fundraising events for the year, and it's great to go there because it's all geared for the kids. Kids activities. They have story readings by different Star Wars characters. One year, I even took part in the dance contest, myself and a kid as a team. And it's just, you get to interact with children and pose for photos, and the children love it. They really do have a great time. And I've watched this event go from a little event with just a few pop-ups to actually having this big, full-on, multi-day event. It has grown into almost like a convention, and it really is one of their biggest fundraisers of the year.
It looks like when you're there, it's like an open-air convention. It's like a con. It is huge. Thousands of people, thousands of kids in costume. There for everybody. Everybody's representing.
There's a full-on
all the entertainment things.
There's a full-on parade.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's big.
It is huge.
Like you call it a library event because it is hosted by the Paul Biani Library in Rancho Cucamonga. So technically it's a library event, but when you troop it, it doesn't feel like a library event. It's huge. That was actually supposed to happen this weekend. Luckily, they were able to gather some resources and host a virtual event over this weekend. And it was pretty good. The Mercs participated in it. So if you want to check it out, it's on their YouTube channel.
Nice.
But you get a little feel of what the event was like because they used videos from previous years, including the parade, some of the dance contests, some of the reading. They even had a really cool thing where they did a mouse droid cam. So you got to see a little run through the eyes of a mouse droid. So it's like everybody's like it's running into everybody and hitting on their droids and stuff. But you see all the kids, you see all the people lined up, and it's really cool. It's a fun event.
That's awesome. Anything else that you guys might consider to be sort of your like on the regular rotation that the clan covers? Any other events?
Those are the three biggest ones that really have us clamoring.
Oh, good.
Those are the ones that nobody misses. Where we always have a huge clan turnout. For the hillside troop, we usually have limits on how many people we can, but the list is always full and full fast. The Paul Bien Library, we don't have limits, and we'll end up with 30 mercs showing up and storming the castle. Same thing for Cadence Camp. Cadence Camp is usually a limited event, but that list fills up fast. These are events that usually we have a waiting list on. Where for some reason somebody can't, we have other people on deck waiting to jump in if they get the opportunity.
And not to mention all the tons of libraries that we work with. It's just it's insane. We have a lot of, like, when Star Wars Reads comes up, we're busy. It's busy times, and each library is unique, and they all got like their own thing that we can kind of foresee that's going to happen, or the kind of crowd or how many people are going to be there, and you can anticipate that. Well, last year this library had crazy amounts of people, or we'll have multiple events in a day to where we literally have to split our people. All right, you guys live closer to this area, so you guys go here, and we'll take care of this one. And then this one ends, and we got to hurry up and get to this one. And it's just
people like Vexos who will hit a troop first thing in the morning at the crack of dawn. And then head over to the next troop, and then get out a kid as quickly as possible so you can get out to the next one in the same day. We have quite a few members that will double and triple dip to make sure that everything gets covered as much as possible.
Yep. Yeah. I know that feeling, and I respect people who do that. And it sounds like you guys have a vivacious event list annually. Like, you guys have tons of opportunity for people to get out and really serve the community, and that's nice. It's inspiring.
We have a huge ground to cover, and so we end up with well over 100 events every year. And doing 2-3 events, not just a day, but sometimes multiple times over the weekend, starting from Thursday or Friday all the way through Sunday. 2 or 3 events, 4 events every day, with members clamoring to make sure that they get covered as much as possible. There's a lot that happens, and that's why we're always looking for more people. That's why we put so much focus on our foundlings, because we need the bodies.
And just to put a little perspective into that, when I joined the clan, we were lucky if we had 12 troops a year, and through the work of specifically these 2 guys, Erio and Vexos. And again, because all our membership is just dying to help and to do everything they can, we have grown as a clan as far as events go, and it's amazing to see that. Like I said, I started with the clan in 2010, and I'm just nothing more than a proud papa watching these guys lead the clan and all the membership and how much they have done to really bring the good work that the Mercs do to the greater Los Angeles area.
As long as we make the man daddy proud.
Well,
That's right.
may you guys continue to do events until he has to chase you on a hover round.
We'll just press it up. Force it up. He'll blend right in.
And while we're still talking about events, I just want to throw a quick shout out to an event that we've been invited to the last 2 years.
Okay.
One of my personal favorites, and it's called the Kessel Run Toy Drive. Basically, they collect toys all year round, and come December, we visit the Miller's Children's Hospital in Long Beach, and we get to visit the children in their rooms, and it's a different feeling. You know, they get to pick as many gifts as they want, all Star Wars, of course. And they're opening everything, they're playing with everything, and they have more things that they can carry. Their families are invited to the event. So each kid, and it's almost like its own little separate troop, every different room that you go into, because they aren't able to leave for the holidays or to visit family or whatever. So we bring that environment to them. Not only do we bring it to them, but we put our own Star Wars twist on it the best way we know how, in the Mercs fashion, of course. And so they get not only to see and be visited by the costumers that do this event, but then they get gifts at the end of it. And it's just a very memorable thing. And the amounts of different rooms that you get to hit, and you run out of one rack of toys, and then they wheel out another one, and then they just keep coming and coming, and it's awesome. It's such a good event. And who doesn't like visiting, children's hospitals and putting smiles on these kids' faces?
Shining a light into the darkest corners of our modern society with joy and with love is one of the ways that Mandalorians live into the value around children. Every clan in the Mandalorian Mercs Costume Club has its own flavor, its own glitter, its own style, just maybe its own musical note. This is what makes us all so much fun. So I ask my panel here, what makes Manda'galaar unique?
Attitude.
Oh!
No, attitude. These are big teddy bears over here.
I'll tell you what makes Manda'galaar.
Okay.
Go ahead, Vic. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say, I'm going to tell you what makes Manda'galaar unique. I shouldn't say unique, but what really is our glitter, our claim to fame, is truly the amount that we do for each other. Oh. The clan is more than a clan. The clan truly is a family, whether it's building armor, whether it's being with each other when we need each other the most, whatever it may be. I mean, in the Mandalorian Mercs, our halls of knowledge is actually named, one of them, the Jad halls of knowledge, are named after a Manda'galaar member. And that was because when he was here in the club, he would give you the shirt off his back if he thought it would help you. He would never, he never turned somebody away to teach them anything about costume building or being a Merc. And that is something that I picked up when I first joined the club. It's something I try to carry on as the Veralor. It's something that I see every member who has ever been a member of our clan do. And I think that's truly what the heart of the clan is all about. It's family.
And I'm going to piggyback off of Kaden because he said it very well. I feel like as a club, we all look to this club, or we all look into this club because we adore Mandalorians and we like the look, and it's got such a you know, tough look, the armor, the Beskar, you know, the weathering, and it's such a unique look in the Star Wars universe. And I feel that everybody's attracted because of that. However, what truly motivates everyone to keep going and to stick around is the sense of family, the sense of belonging. I know so many people, myself included, that were truly lost. They didn't have a place to call home. They didn't feel like they belonged anywhere. And sure, everyone has friends and family outside this club, but this club, this clan, is so different and different. And I'm not saying different as in like we vary from each other, but it's so different in a way of a feeling. It's different in the sense of you can know someone and you can call someone a friend, and that's all good, and you can hang out on the weekends, and that's fine. This is more than that. This brings you together and keeps you together. The amount of people that I've met here that I call brothers and sisters is I couldn't even begin to explain the numbers or anything, or how someone can come in immediately as a foundling on the first day and I already feel such a tight connection to them, and I want to see them succeed. I want to see them do better. I want to see them become an official member. I want them to feel about this clan how I feel about this clan. And with having so many people that are like-minded and just truly there for each other, there to support each other through thick and through thin, through the darkness, like you said. Manda'galaar is that light. We want you just as much as you want to join. We want you to join, and we want you to stay with us, and we want you to feel comfortable, and we want you to be welcomed, and we want to love you. You know,
So
with arms wide open.
That is the passion that the leadership and the members of this clan bring to everything we do. That's what sets us apart.
Oh, I think there's a beautiful metaphor in there around, you know, we talked about, you know, even the most weathered armor can become the most treasured when it's one of yours or one of your family members' armor. So you think about the people who come, and they come with their weathered parts, and yet you bring them in and you fold them in and you welcome them home.
This really is a family is more than blood type of clan. Like just like Vexos said, and just like Kaden said, the people in our clan, just because it is Southern California, because it is LA, we have people coming from all over the country, all over the world that end up here in LA, just from being a societal hub. And so we have people from all over the place that come in, and because of the passions that you hear from Kaden and from Vexos and from the rest of the leadership team in the clan, the rest of the members, that builds and fuels that fire within just about anybody who's joined up with the clan. Most often, people that meet the clan, come to an armor party or meet us at a con or whatever the case may be, end up staying. It really does build a second family, and in some cases a primary family, that you really can't find just about anywhere else. It's that natural sense of camaraderie that we've built in this clan, and that natural sense of family, especially for our members that don't have anybody here, that have come from somewhere else. You know, they've left the life they've known behind, whether it's to pursue a new future, whether it's a change of scenery, whatever the case may be. They still find something that they can belong to, something that they can latch onto, something they can find a center in here in this clan.
Talk about some life imitating art. You guys are a crossroads of culture, just like many of the hubs or spaceports that would be found inside the beautiful Star Wars universe. And just like inside that Star Wars universe, you guys are talking about the brotherhood that is the Mandalorians. So that's nice. That's a nice, unique thing about that you guys bring forward about your clan. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. You come for the armor, you stay for the love.
Oh! That needs to be a patch run.
That's the new patch run.
That's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt right there.
Oh, man.
That's good stuff. Well, the forums is always the best first and official place to find anything on Manda'galaar's clan. I ask my panel, where might people also connect with you?
Well, with social media being such a big platform nowadays, we are on all the major social media. You can find us on Manda'galaar, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. Our Joralor Ruckus does a great job of running all those. Make sure you're nice and full of content, and you get to see the everyday life of Manda'galaar, all the troops that we're doing, all the charity events that we're doing. You know, hashtag Hunting for Hope. You know, doing it big. If you need to reach us directly about any kind of charity event or trooping opportunity, you can reach us at Manda'galaar at mandalorianmercs.com.
Mm-hmm.
Mandagalaar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a bit of a spelling challenge, perhaps, but you can find them. You can find them.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are out.
Anything else? Any other ways they might connect?
Those are the major social media accounts. We have a public Facebook page, just like Vexo said. We do have the Instagram page for Manda'galaar, and then we also have many of the members participate in the Mandalorian Mercs Costuming Club build group.
Oh, the builders group, yes.
And then also once you start a whip, so once you start your build and you have a whip on the forums,
A work in progress. Yep.
yeah, work in progress, we do have a private Facebook group for those that just find it easier. It'll still primarily be links to the forum, but for anything you might have missed on the forums, we'll make sure that we provide you the information, or at least the links that you can get yourself to the forums, to the right place, to make sure you don't miss any information. And then you can also, if you want to keep up outside of just club business, if you just from a fan point of view, you can also find us on our YouTube channel.
The Mandalorian Mercs Costume Club, while we put kids first and we put values first and we do charity first, we are still a fraternal order, and we are still a club that gathers in social ways. It's a social group. So what do you guys do socially, sort of outside of trooping, as a club, as a clan?
Oh, our social events. We've had a lot of fun ones, actually. One of my favorite ones will always be our annual clan holiday party at the end of the year. That's probably the one where we get the most attendance and people. It's literally just celebrating each other, the clan, and our victories for the year, whether they be big or small. It's all something to be proud of. And we do a little speech at the end where all the officers give a speech, and then we award something that we came up with called the True Warrior Award. And the True Warrior Award is given to the person that we feel has gone above and beyond in this year. So that's another way of recognizing our members. We also started another thing called My Brother's Keeper, which is an award for our Wranglers. So
nice.
Yeah, so just a little recognition over there, a little incentive for them to get out there on the field and be active as well.
As Vexos was saying, we even got the My Brother's Keeper award that we started giving out every year, because even our unofficial members still play a part in the success of the clan.
Absolutely.
We couldn't do what we do without Wranglers. So they're still working. They're still doing what they can. That's how most of us still get a taste of what we do, is by wrangling and being there to help. And that effort deserves recognition as well.
But our social events, I feel like, are growing year by year too, as we have more interest in them. We've done like soccer games. We've done the movie events where we all went to the Al Capitan Theater to watch Star Wars on the big screen. The people working there were all, what are you guys? And we told them, we're about the Mercs and what we do. And they told us to stick around after the movie. They let us go up on stage, get pictures on stage with all of us. It's a lot of fun, a lot of cool stuff. We've done multiple clan dinners or get-togethers after troops. After some of our biggest troops, we'll have a clan dinner with everybody together. We did a multi-club picnic, which was really fun too. There's a lot of fun stuff.
And right now there's the weekly hangout.
Jump in here. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
going to jump in here and put my clan administration officer hat on for a moment. It's really important that the clan does these. It's so important that clans have these social events. You know, that's the reason why the Mercs started recognizing these. And these social events really are a big reason that builds the family feeling within the clan, because you don't have to worry about working on a piece of armor. You don't have to worry about, you know, somebody asking a question about, you know, something going on with their armor. These are just chances for us to bond, to get together, to really enjoy each other's company. And even though we come from different walks of life, we do enjoy each other's company. We like hanging out with each other. We have a good time. And these kinds of events are very important in building that family environment and atmosphere.
And this was stuff that we were doing before the club started counting them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I find it ironic most clans actually were doing them before, but it is
Yeah.
nice that the club as a whole recognizes the value of
Oh, absolutely. We can't forget our yearly pool party either. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, I never missed that one. I was always at that one.
Yeah, those are fun. And then even right now,
Yeah.
during these difficult times, we still have club clan social events. So every Friday night, we do a Zoom virtual chat, and we'll choose a random different topic to talk about, and the topic always goes well, but then it goes super everywhere. And just to give you like a little idea of how much we truly enjoy spending time with each other, those meetings, those hangouts, they're scheduled for an hour and a half. They usually go about 5 to 6 hours. Yeah.
And even somebody technologically unadvanced like me manages to find a way to get on those and hang out with everybody.
Yeah, I don't know how you managed to get on a Zoom call with your abacus.
It's another fun way to keep that togetherness. You know, we may have to physically distance, but doesn't mean we can't enjoy each other's company. So we got that going. All right, this is Vexos. I have so many stories from my time in the clan that I would like to share, but there isn't enough time. One in particular I want to talk about, since we've talked about troops, we've talked about, you know, becoming official members, and so a story that I want to share was a recent story, and it's about an armor party. And to be specific, it was our first armor party of the year, so January 2020, and it happened to be Manda'galaar's biggest armor party in clan history. In the 11 years now that we've been a clan, this is the biggest one we've ever had. In attendance, we had 72 people at this armor party, which you can see in this picture here. Yeah, 72 people. Some of these people was their first armor party, and some of these people have been coming to armor parties for over a year. And I believe the ratio was 31 official members to 41 unofficial members, which is insane. Because I mean, even just getting 30 members of the clan to come out to something is an achievement in itself. But not only that, but we had more unofficial members in attendance looking for guidance and wanting to join the clan and wanting to be essentially one of us. And as amazing as that was, you can also imagine on the other side how terrifying as a clan officer to make sure that everything is running good and to make sure that everyone's getting help, and you introduce yourself to every single person, and it's difficult to do when there's 70 plus people walking around. So I'm running around trying to, hey, what are you working on? Or hey, how can I help you? Or what stage are you on? And some of these people I'm meeting for my first time, and I want to make sure that nobody feels like there wasn't enough time dedicated to them. I mean, we had the majority of our officer team there, and even then, everybody was overwhelmed with so many new people. But the reason why I bring this up is because I was feeling like, oh man, I need some help, or more people need to jump in here. And before I even had the opportunity to ask my clanmates for help, every corner I turned, everybody stopped what they were doing to help our foundlings without being asked to, without being told to. It was just they knew that that's what needed to be done, and they just did it. And such a proud moment in clan history, and to see sure, everybody showed up with their own things to sand or their own things to cut or whatever, showed up with stuff to work on, but they understood the priority was helping foundlings, and to make sure that our foundlings were noticed and they felt appreciated. And that's exactly what everybody did without anyone actually talking about it. Everyone just immediately stopped what they were doing and jumped on to help other people. The feedback that we got from that, the amount of people that either started whips, we had people that were taking app pictures that day. We had people that were taking brigade pictures that day. We had everything. We literally had people starting kits and people finishing kits at this armor party. So you got to see, as a new member or as a foundling walking into your first armor party, you got to see everything from the beginning to the end, to the style of pictures that the app team is looking for. It was an incredible armor party. And I wish that I could relive it through the eyes of somebody else. Like, I wish I could have watched it happen, and just so I can be proud all over again. And this is something that I can be like, this is Manda'galaar, without having to talk about it, without having to mention it, without having, to you do this, you do that, or this is your job, you should be doing none of that. Everybody came with something to work on, and nobody worked on anything but helping our foundlings. Absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of my clan for doing the right thing, for being the people that they need to be, for being there for people that need them to be there. And especially because, like I was saying earlier, it's such a family environment, and we, as members, we know that. We know that feeling. We know that that's not going anywhere. We know we call each other brothers and sisters. We know that we can depend on each other. People first coming in don't know us. They don't know the clan. They don't know what this club is about until that armor party. And like, well, there were 70 people, and this person found the time to not only ask me my name, but ask me if I needed help with anything, or what my concept art was, or what ideas I had, what do I want to work on, what's approvable, what's not approvable, or if they didn't know, they sent me to the right person to help me on the specific thing that I needed. It was such a good feeling from just looking at it, like as an outsider. Obviously you have the time when I stop stressing about it, stopping and just kind of looking around and just be like, wow, this is incredible. This is something to be extremely proud about. And you can't have a clan history meeting without speaking about the biggest armor party in our clan ever. It's a great story, and I feel like anyone that was there can attest to it.
Hi, Kaden'Dha Runi back again to share a story of my time with the Mandalorian Mercs. I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go back to my very first troop as an official member. I was at Celebration 5. And, the celebrations are a time for time of getting together, having fun. But it was actually the first troop where I had a heartwarming encounter with a child. And I was walking around in my kit, and a father came over to me and asked if his son could take a picture with me. And this was a little kid. I looked down. He's clutching a teddy bear. He's got his thumb in his mouth. He comes over. I'm standing there looking like a big, bad, tough Mandalorian. And this little kid stands next to me. And the next thing I know, I can feel his hand reaching up to hold my hand while the picture is taken. And, I thought that was nice, and that was a warm moment. But what really got me was after the picture was taken and the father came over, and he told me that the kid had been sick, that the kid was not enjoying himself, not having fun. But that was the first time throughout all of Celebration that he saw his son absolutely smile and beam and be happy throughout the whole event. And I knew from that point on that it was the kids, it was the events where I get to interact with the children that I wanted to do. It really warmed my heart, and I'm glad I had a helmet on, because when the father shared that with me, I actually got a little bit emotional under my helmet, and a little tear may have squeaked out, but that's what did it for me. That's what led me to doing more of the charity work and getting involved in the kids' events.
Hi guys, Erio J'uni here again. I just wanted to mention one of my favorite stories. It's actually, it takes part in a couple of events, but it starts with my first troop at the Paul Bian Library. I wasn't even an official member yet. My wife was newly official, who beat me by a year. Uh, she she was out getting ready for the troop, and the table booth was out in the front of the in the front with all the others, and was for the most part unmanned. And so Caden had asked me to go out there and man the booth, talk to people. He just gave me a general breakdown. That was the first time I had actually been, trusted with anything, any kind of responsibility within the clan, even though I wasn't an official member yet. And so after doing that, I went to sat there nervous. But as people started coming up, it got easier and easier to speak to people. I'm not a very outgoing fella, but the job forced me to interact with people more and more and more. As it went on, over the course of the day, because it is a rather long event, it's about 6, 7, 8 hours, something like that. As it went on, I got more comfortable. I started coming out from around the table to talk with people, to take pictures for people, just general reacting with everybody. As I did that, my best friend was there, and also not a real emotional type of fella, but after doing what we had done, I convinced him to join. And about a year after that was when he had become an official member. And that's from that Paul Bian troop, which is an enormous event. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I'll go back there as long as they keep doing it. It is just magical to have so many kids around, interacting, taking pictures, just talking to, because they will have conversations with you about the lore, things you didn't know. they will take you to task over this. But progressing from that, going on to the hillside troops at the children's home, my best friend was there with us, and a child that was there went and hugged his legs. Just went running up to him, hugged his legs, and my first reaction was a little concerned, because again, he's not a very outgoing type of guy. With people he doesn't know, he's can be kind of reserved sometimes. But when he patted the kid on the back, the little kid went on about his event, and I could hear my buddy sniffling under his helmet, and I kind of nudged him with my shoulder, and are you all right? And he's all, I'm good. Later on, once we were actually able to remove our helmets and everything, he's all, that just got me. I couldn't. It was too much, and he's all, I will keep coming back. And from then on, that's been the track record. I just, that moment that could touch my buddy was enough to keep it going. Aside from all the incredible stuff that we get to do on a regular basis, that put a personal, emotional core in what we do for me, and that will forever be with me for the rest of my days.
So since everybody's taking it old school, I'd like to share another story, and this one will be of a troop. So this one will be about my second troop with the Mercs. So the first troop was Celebration Anaheim 2015. That was just like a big blur of happiness and fun, and I didn't know what I was doing, but there's that. So my second troop was a couple days after that, and someone put the call out that they needed people, they needed bodies for a last minute Make-A-Wish troop, and it was on a Wednesday morning. So most people were out immediately because they couldn't do a Wednesday morning. I work retail, so I was able to make some calls, and I was able to get that day off. And no idea, never done an actual, like, celebration was cool, but it wasn't like a, what I'm saying, it wasn't like a troop. And so I had no clue what I was doing. Went out to this troop by myself. I was the only Merc there. There were other customers there, luckily, other Star Wars customers, but I was the only Merc there. And I've never even put on my costume by myself. Like, I've never even kitted up by myself at that point. And here we go, right? So it's a learning experience for everybody. So I kit up. Everybody's being super nice. My first experience with other customers as well. So we go out to do this troop, and I didn't know much about what was going on other than I knew it was important because Make-A-Wish was the ones that asked us to be there. So they gave us like a little lowdown that it's going to be, a birthday party style for a kid that had wished for Star Wars Legos. Star Wars Legos was his wish, and Make-A-Wish being Make-A-Wish couldn't just give him Star Wars Legos. Like, they wanted to make it big, as they should. So they invited us all to come out, and we're going to do this big presentation. So right off the bat, it starts with the kid and his brother. They come in a limo, so a fancy limo. They come out, and immediately they're greeted by a Jedi, and the Jedi gives him a lightsaber, and he explains to him that this is what's going on, and he's going to have to do this obstacles course training thing with him. So they go from like different parts of this building, and different characters are coming out, and they're doing their thing. They're fighting them with the lightsabers. And I remember I came out with a stormtrooper, and we had our blasters out, and they defeated us real quick with the lightsabers. It was a little participation thing. But after it ran its course, they presented him with an actual, like, a real lightsaber, and then they took him to this room where they gave him his wish, which was the Star Wars Legos. And immediately the look on his face when he realized what was going on, that we were all there for him, and this entire event was planned with him, he started crying. There was tears, in which just raw emotion like that, when you're not, it literally went from, we're playing a game, this is smiling, to just pure raw emotion. And the emotion of a child is much different than the emotion of an adult. So it hits differently, it feels differently. And just the amount, I mean, I can only assume what was going through his head, and the stuff that he was fighting, and just to see him light up and be that happy. And then the emotion when it hit him, on like, wow, all that was for this. Him going through those emotions, we were all going through those emotions, luckily with buckets on, but it was one of those moments to where I'll never forget that feeling, because I never expected to feel that way that day. I was going into something not knowing what I was doing, or what I was there to do. I just knew that I wanted to be a part of it, and didn't really fully understand why until that moment. And I'll never forget that moment. And me being there on the last minute, I was the only Merc that can be there, just made it that much more important that I was there, that much more special to me, that I was able to do that I was there to support something that was truly bigger than myself. And I didn't know it. Like I said before, it was the armor that brought me to this club, and it's the love that keeps me here. But it's not just the love for my members, but it's the love for my community. It's the love for the charity for the work that we do in the charities that we work with, and everybody involved in truly just being selfless and doing things for other people because it's the right thing to do. And it kills me knowing that that kid probably didn't get another birthday, and that kid probably didn't get to feel that ever again. And we're still here, and we're fighting the fight, you know, and we're doing what we can for not just that kid, but for any other kid that needs us there. We're going to be there as a club, as a clan, as an organization. We're here. We've got your back. If anybody needs anything from us, like, I know that whether it's with armor on or with armor off, that we'll be there. We'll heed the call. We'll join that fight, because that's why we're here. That's what we're here to do.